Hello, everyone. My name is Lucas Pribble. I'm from IceWarp, yeah, and as Jan mentioned, I'm there from since 2006. So let's talk about the IceWarp itself, about the company, about the history, as well as about the history of the product. And then finally, let's finish it with a product overview of how the IceWarp currently looks like and what it offers. Okay, so who we are? Well, we are basically pretty small company, surprisingly, which has been founded back in 2001 in Prague, in the heart of Europe, and we started really from the beginning. 24 years back. That was completely different time where we were focusing mostly on email software and email software with high throughput, which was very favored by all the ISP companies. And within the last 10 or 12 years, we've been also offering SaaS services as IceWarp in a cloud, which basically changed the whole direction of the company. In early days, when what I mentioned, we were widely adopted by ISPs, but then we realized that there is a need for not only just messages, just email messages, but also contacts, calendars, tasks, notes, and other stuff. And yes, obviously, since 2014, we also started to offer our services in a cloud. And later on, we basically changed from just an email plus calendars and contacts to a completely unified solution with online collaboration in between users, with Microsoft Office documents editing, with conferencing, with file sharing, with team collaboration, and much more. So yeah, as mentioned before, 2001, that was the funding day, but since 2010, for example, we released our own IceWarp desktop client, which is sort of Outlook replacement. It's a standalone application which works as a personal email client. Then we started in 2014, we started our first cloud services. In 2016, we acquired MiraPoint for a lot of huge corporate clients. And back in 2020, due to the COVID, we all know it, we were trying to start our own conferencing suite, offer that for free for everyone. And later on, we integrated it directly into the product with our conferencing and recording, which is, by the way, unlimited. What are our clients? Just mention some of them: Ford, Maersk, Teleperformance, Swiss Post. We have around 50 million end users and 50,000 clients worldwide, around the globe. Basically, most of them thanks to our channel partners, which we have in more than 100 countries. Well, the philosophy behind IceWarp is completely different to all of the other competitors you may know. Our philosophy is to provide all-in-one solution in just one single browser. So basically, imagine Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace just running in your browser, not needing to have any type of Zoom application to be downloaded before you join the webinar, no need for Microsoft Teams application to be downloaded, no need for desktop application at all, and basically no need to have your own computer because it's working from anywhere, from any type of browser. And still, once you log in, you're feeling like at home because you have every single thing on your fingertips. Starting from obviously those generic parts like emails, calendars, contacts, up to documents, throughout the desktop where you have your own shortcuts, for files you are currently working on throughout the conferences, recordings, team collaboration, and much more. I will talk about it and will show you all of that stuff. So that's the major philosophy behind IceWarp, to provide really all-in-one solution running in just any type of browser window. Well, yeah, those are three favorite features. Team chat, which is sort of Teams replacement, or maybe Slack. Collaboration, where you share files, collaborate over them, discuss topics which are necessary. And what is very important to mention here, it allows you to create also external access without any costs. So you can invite your contractors, your customers, whoever to your platform to collaborate on with you on a project in real time. Conferences, yeah, mentioned already. And documents editing, perfect functionality, especially nowadays where we don't really need to have, or let's say vast majority of users don't really need to have a desktop installed clients, but prefer to work just in a browser, as with everything else. So this is what is included in a product, but I think there is no actually need to go through the slides. Would be always better to see it in real action. So let's jump there. What I just wanted to mention here, especially on this slide, is that it not only provides you a lot of functionality, but also a lot of security. So there is obviously the antivirus as well as anti-spam, multi-layer protection, intrusion prevention system, digital signatures as well as digital encryption. All the data are encrypted by default, and a lot of other also security features are built in the product itself. Good. So that was my part of the presentation itself. And you know what? It was handled by IceWarp documents. Yeah, I'm not using Microsoft PowerPoint, but it is just in a browser itself. Yeah, mailicewarp.com. And that was it. So I'll just minimize it because, yeah, you can minimize and work with your own taskbar, I would say. And this is it. This is IceWarp EPOS web client. Let me just move this Zoom window somewhere else. Good. So that is IceWarp EPOS web client. And now I would like to go through those top features which are built in on the web client. And obviously, if you will have any type of question, feel free to jump into the chat. And I will, by end of the presentation, I will go through that and will reply you to whatever question you might have. Good. So as mentioned before, once user will log in into his web client, he has access basically to every single kind of functionality which we are offering, starting from the typical ones like emails, calendars, contacts, tasks, notes, for example. But then going to some collaborative ones, let's say files and documents, where you are having a lot of files which can be basically edited right in a browser, can be shared. I will talk about it later on. Then throughout the conferences, which are using just the browser. Yeah, as mentioned before, there is no need to download any plugin to be able to join the conference. It's unlimited to whoever would like to join the conference. There is recording, which is unlimited, lobby mode, and all that kind of stuff which you would expect. Team chat, which is great for team collaboration. You might be part of multiple team chat rooms, depending on your projects or your department, and you can very easily just switch between those. And then there is this kind of first icon, which is called dashboard. That is actually the desktop, which I mentioned before. Yeah, you are having icons here. You can organize those depending on your needs. You may go with different folders where you are having files you'd like to open it directly in here and share it, for example. well, yeah, by the way, this is the case study with IceWarp running more than 15 years as the major communication system in Carabineros de Chile, which is like the police department or national police of Chile. So that's there. And you can pin there whatever file you'd like to, or notes. And here on the left side, you can also see the most recent history of the files you worked on, or some webinar which you hosted, and recording from that. So that, really every single thing is right on your fingertips. What more? There is this instant messaging. Yeah, obviously you can, from time to time, there is a need to do just this very fast chat between me and my colleagues. So we have a chat here, which is just between me and someone else. Then obviously you have also the chat of the team. Yeah, so here I'm part of multiple team chat rooms. I will talk about it later on, and I can just jump into the discussion here and be part of the discussion no matter where I'm currently working. Having a look to my calendar, what's upfront to the upload center, so I can check, for example, which document has been shared so far and where exactly it has been accessed. And yeah, with recent update, we also added a ChatGPT integration, which I will mention within a moment as well. So that is a dashboard, sort of homepage for all our customers, basically working really as desktop. And now let's focus one by one to those major topics. Okay, so let's start with just an email. Obviously, user may have multiple folders and subfolders. In IceWarp, for example, there is one unique feature which is called archive, where basically user have access to all the history of inbox and send folders or send messages throughout his history of the account. And he can just copy whatever file he by any chance deleted or was too huge to keep it in his inbox. He just move it to archive, and archive is just read only for him. So basically, if there will be any problem and he needs to recover an email, it's a self-service portal. He can just jump in, have a look to all those messages which are there, and just copy those back to his inbox. Yeah, just by dragging and dropping it back to the inbox. Good. Obviously, user have access also to shared calendars, or sorry, shared inboxes. Like, from time to time, someone is going to vacation or is ill for a longer period of time, and you take over his type of messages. You like to be able to actually, send messages on behalf of this person, like me and Celia here. Yeah, that's built in there as well as public folders, like you're part of marketing team, for example, and whatever comes to marketing at domain, you should be together with some other colleagues be able to take over. So those are there as well. It has some nice features, like for example, if you receive here demo questionnaire, which is Excel spreadsheet, and Jerry is asking me to check whether everything's okay. So let's have a look at it. Imagine I am still just in a browser. Yeah, what I did, I just click the Excel spreadsheet and it opened me directly in my browser. I will, revise whether everything is okay. I prefer to have here a pre-sales demo questionnaire. Good. And we'll close it. Well, system will automatically recognize that what I did is that I just modified the file, and most probably I'd like to send it back. So click yes. It's already attached. Yeah, there is no need to do anything else. No need to download it, no need to open it in your separate desktop application, do all those edits, upload it back. No. You just stay in one window. You remember that from the presentation, all in one? Yeah, this is it. So I just say revised. Thank you. Here on the left side, you have also the ChatGPT, which means that you can, for example, translate it, fix the grammar, change tone, make bullet points, suggest reply, whatever you'd like to. I'm pretty fine with that. And you know what? We also in last version, we completely switched from the standard attachments to something we call smart attachments. Smart attachment means that the file itself will never leave your own account. So it will stay in your files and documents here on the left side. And with an email, it will be replaced actually with just a link. Yeah, that's awesome functionality. I will talk about it within a moment. What it offers you as a sender is that you can send attachment expiration. So let's say that I'm providing this demo questionnaire just for 14 upcoming days. I can do it with it, as well as password protection. So adding some extra layer of security. Good. Send it. And there we go. Now, another thing, obviously, from time to time, you need to snooze some email, which is not that important at the moment. So you can just snooze it, and it will, pop up later on, either today or tomorrow or in some other day. So that's there as well as full text search within all your messages, all your folders, and obviously also all your attachments. Yeah, it's a full text including the documents inside of it. So once there is any keyword you're looking for, there is no need to go to some desktop type of application, because even IceWarp ePOS web client can do it very good way. So let's move on and have a look to team chat, for example. So a team chat is very similar to Microsoft Teams or Slack or some similar platform. You basically create various team chat rooms and invite multiple people as collaborators into this room. Those people or members are not limited to be just IceWarp users. You can use whoever you'd like to, whoever is having an email address, basically. Those external people are unlimited and are for free, so that you can very easily collaborate with them. What's the purpose of team chat is to keep every single thing on one place, do all those, discussions about not only sharing files, but, this was the presentation for partners webinar. Well, good. But there are a lot of conversation about it. Yeah. And it's much easier to do it in this kind of tool, in a team chat, not in, revisions or comments directly in a document. Obviously, everyone as the attendee or as a member of Team Chat Room is able to just click on it and have a look to the presentation, do all those edits and much more. Yeah. At the same time, he can still go to the discussion, yeah, because there are, related topics, like please do a language check here, may you update the logo in the presentation, and so on and so forth. So that is important. And yes, with this new version, there is also ChatGPT integration. So you can ask whatever you'd like to on a ChatGPT and post it back in the presentation, for example. That's there as well. And all of that, is versioned. So whatever change is done to a document is visible to everyone else as a separate version. So it can come back to that anytime. Would be very pity if such a tool wouldn't be accessible on your mobile. And just letting you know, yeah, we are ready for that. We have also IceWarp Mobile, which is basically access to all of that kind of functionality, including team chat, conferences, files and documents, and notes on your mobile. The rest of it, like messages, calendars, the basic ones, those are synchronized through the Exchange ActiveSync protocol. So every single thing what you see on the left side is actually accessible on your mobile as well. So that's the team chat. What else you can do? Well, for example, organize a conference. Yeah, very easy to do because obviously I may have here multiple members within this team chat room and would be pretty, time consuming to mention everyone, to add everyone as the attendee. But once you do it on a team chat level, all those attendees will be automatically added here. Yeah, so there is no need actually to spend a long time with it. Another cool feature in IceWarp we see on the right side, you see that the appointment is in red currently. Well, obviously because someone is having, well, actually me, I'm having a business trip. But in IceWarp, you can find the best time of a conference and will automatically suggest you that, well, today, 3 to 3:30 should be okay. So let's reschedule it. Now everyone is having a free time during the time. So let's create it. And create it. Good, there we go. Now everyone will receive the invitation and I should be able to see it also in my conferences. Well, so kickoff meeting today, 3 to 3:30. And the conferencing itself, it provides exactly the same kind of functionality which you all will expect from conferencing. So obviously audio, video, screen sharing, as well as chat, recording. Recording is unlimited. You can obviously join not only from your client, from the web client, through the just browser, but you can again use the IceWarp mobile to join to the conference. And what's even more is that IceWarp mobile is fully capable of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So it doesn't really matter where you are, whether you are driving currently, you can still join throughout this advanced technology. If you record it and think, you will see it in history. You can open it and either play it or copy the link to share it with whoever you'd like to, or download it for your further usage. All those recordings are full HD and are unlimited, so you don't need to care about how much data does it occupy. If you schedule a meeting, I'd like to mention one simple thing. There is password protection, which is even more secure for all those conferences. There's also auto recording, basically means that you don't need to keep it in mind that you'd like to record this type of conference because it will start automatically at the beginning. And you can also turn on the lobby mode, which we all know what is. You can change your background of the conferences, and obviously all those moderators will then be able to accept or decline all those newcomers. Good. Let's move on because there is a lot of stuff which I like to talk about, but obviously we don't have that much time. So calendars. Users have access to all those calendars, including resources, again, shared calendars, as well as public calendars of your teams, for example. And it's very easy to work with that, as well as with messages. All those data are synchronized with your mobile device. And yeah, it's very easy. Yeah. If you like to join from here, you just click to join. If you'd like to edit, just open it. Yeah, very simple to use. Contacts, well, nothing really to show you here, but well, yeah, there are contacts. So let's move on to files and documents. Files and documents are crucial because everyone really needs to work on either Word document or PowerPoint presentation or Excel spreadsheet, or just store whatever file there, and from time to time be able to share it. Yeah. So basically, here we have the SLA letter, which is just a Word document, basically. Again, still editing it right in the browser. I can work with comments, with notes. I can encrypt the document or protect the document to suppress some changes to be done there. I can track changes here, do the references. It has basically the same kind of functionality as you will find in your Microsoft Word. But what more, this one is running in a browser, so you don't need to purchase any license. This one also have macros and has the ChatGPT integration right in it. Obviously, once you'd like to download a separate file or export it as a PDF or whatever other document, there is a way to do so as well. So it's pretty full-featured, basically. And all of the changes which I will do here are stored as a separate version. Yeah. So we can come to the history and have multiple versions of the same file. What else? If I will go and share this document, just this one, share the document, yeah. Allow others to edit the document, set the link expiration if necessary, or password protection, then it's just up to me whether I will send it via email or get the shareable link or share it to the team chat. But what I will get as well is the access history. And what I'm seeing here on the right side is where exactly this particular file has been accessed so far. So once you share it, and the same actually applies also to those smart attached documents which you are sending out in your emails as the attachments. So basically what you can do here is that you can check on various files where exactly has this file been accessed. And unfortunately, I'm having some connectivity issues here. Sorry. Yeah. So in case you were not expecting the file to be accessible in Algeria or in Malaysia or Singapore, you can revoke the link and the file wouldn't be accessible at the same moment. So you're visually seeing whether the file has been accessed and whether it's okay or not, it's just up to you. Good thing. Let me know if you saw some kind of this functionality somewhere else, because I think this is pretty unique. And basically, this happens to every single file which you are sharing, depending on whether you are sharing it, because some files might not be shared yet. Yeah, so there is no history, obviously. But every single document which you are having here, you can edit directly, organize in folders and subfolders as always. And what more? Those files are accessible throughout the mobile device, as mentioned before. Yeah. And by the way, when talking about the files, we have here also the file sync, which is the functionality similar to OneDrive or Dropbox or Google Drive. Those kind of small, tiny applications running in the background and synchronizing all the data in between your laptop or computer or any other type of device with your user account for offline usage, and to just be sure that all the data are being synchronized in between each other. So we have the file sync as well. Good. And those tiny icons which you see here, the red ones, is pinning or unpinning to a dashboard. So whatever you are currently working on, and it's very important for you, you can just pin it to a dashboard, yeah, and it will obviously be then visible on your dashboard, on your virtual desktop, basically. So you can organize it and access it much faster. Good. So this is it. This is how easy it is to work in IceWarp. Obviously, we are not having the only way to access your client throughout the web client, even though I provided the whole demo here in the web client. We do have also our own desktop applications. As mentioned before, there is this whole desktop suite, which actually combines desktop client, which is sort of Outlook replacement, together with desktop offices. So let me show it to you. Here we have the Windows machine. Yeah. Here is running the file sync on the background. So So file sync is basically synchronizing all the data in between my computer and my my user account, and providing it as well to my virtual drive file sync we. Yeah. So here I have all the documents and all the files being synchronized throughout the file sync. So that's a very easy way to actually interact. And then we have this desktop offices. Well, basically you can, do any type of edits right here in Excel spreadsheet or PowerPoint presentation or, Word document, create new ones, obviously, as well. And then FileSync will take over and synchronize those documents back into your account. And then I mentioned also desktop client, which is our own application, basically, providing a way to work with emails. So it's sort of, Outlook replacement, basically. So this is it. This is IceWarp desktop client. Very similar to, as mentioned before, to the Outlook. Yeah, so it's desktop application. It provides you a full-featured email client, plus calendars, obviously, contacts, tasks, notes, files. And here on the right side, you also see the instant messaging. Yeah, so you can chat with anyone on the other side as well throughout the instant messaging, which is built into IceWarp desktop client. So yeah, that's it. That's all from me. I'd like to have a look to the questions. Tatiana Bertrand is asking, are the archives files categorized by year automatically? Yes. Yes, those are by default automatically. You are asking to those archives whether those are categorized by year automatically. It is done automatically on the background. However, the administrators can change it. Yeah, so you can organize it just into inbox and send, doesn't really matter, or go with some categorized by year or by month, etc. Yeah, so you're welcome. Okay, another question was regarding the web administration. So let's have a look how to administer, just a brief overview, how to administer this kind of functionality. So basically, if I'm the administrator, I can go here to settings, and we are having multiple types of administrators, but let's see here in users. I'm actually switched into web administration. And here I can create new user, new group, mailing list, or static route, depending on my rights. Yeah. And unfortunately, here I am just as the domain administrator. And therefore, I can't really do much here. But I'd like to show you a different version where I will be acting really as the full administrator so that you will see it clearly. So this is it, the web administration. You're seeing where in the cloud are your data stored, how much data are you occupying, how many users you have, current traffics of different services. You can have a look to even more detailed statistics about your, for example, SMTP communication. Can go obviously to your users and domains. You can host here multiple domains, obviously, and within each domain, multiple users. Set various properties, limits, user limits, quotas, see the synchronization of mobile devices, do the white labeling. That's what has been discussed here at the very beginning as well. You can customize the whole, look and feel of the client, basically on a background. You can change the interface colors, upload your own logo. and do a lot of customization, as well as get account statistics, and go with server configuration, with login policy, password policy, certificate management. Yeah. By the way, we are using Let's Encrypt by default. Good. So that was just really brief overview of the web administration. Now, another question, AJ, hopefully I pronounced it correctly. If not, I'm sorry. What about the prices compared to Microsoft? Well, that's a great question. Basically speaking, if we compared to Microsoft, for example, to 365, we are somewhere around 40% of the price of Microsoft 365. Yeah. I'm just thinking whether I'm having here. No. I was hoping that I'm having here a special document about it, but let's have a look to Exchange Battle Card, for example. So in Exchange Battle Card, here you see comparison for example, IceWarp for 100 users, and we are basically around 32% of a cost of exchange for the same amount of users. Yeah, and very similar, result you will get also with Microsoft 365. Even better result you will get with Google Workspace, because that is pretty expensive. Animals attendee asked me a question regarding, can we see which users edited the public document? Well, no, currently no, because of a GDPR and quite a lot of other privacy stuff. But in the upcoming version, we find out together with our lawyers and other developers a way how to provide such a functionality, so that you will really see whoever edited this public document. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
So, excuse me, I think, oh, okay, we got one more there.
Yeah. Tatiana is asking, what's the migration process from Microsoft to IceWarp? Well, that's a great question. Basically, depending on what kind of Microsoft we are currently talking about. So let's say that we are having Exchange, yeah, on the other side. So in terms of Exchange, we do have our own migration tool, which is almost automated, and you will basically migrate. It will migrate automatically all the data which are on the other side. So including not only users, but also messages, contacts, calendars, tasks, notes, signatures, rules, and much more towards IceWarp on the background. So there is no downtime. It's running on the background. No one really knows about it. And then we basically provide the migrated data to the end users for data validation, whether everything is fine, whether everything's really, as they would expect. And once they approve, then we discuss with the client when's the good time for actually switch in between those platforms. And basically switches on the client side, because they need to, update the DNS records and some network properties. But basically, we do have migration tools for anything. Doesn't really matter whether it's Exchange 2010, 2013, 16, whatever, whether it's Microsoft 365, then we have a fully automated migration. Whether it's, Zembra, Carriol, MDaemon, Oxygen, doesn't really matter. We can migrate anything. And AJ asking me whether there is some demo version. Well, yes, and you all can go there. If you will go to icewarp.com, it's for free. Here you have view product, yeah, and there is a demo here on the left side. So you can go and directly within a minute, you will be inside a live demo version, which is just for 30 minutes, but it's perfectly fine to try it out. Or you can obviously go with try for free for 1 month, which is a demo version as well. Mahendra is asking, does it work with major cloud plus on-premise mailbox backup services? Yes. Yes, it works. However, this question is too broad for me to give more details. Yeah, we are basically compatible with almost anything because you know what, IceWarp is using Open API, and therefore almost any type of integration with whatever you'd like to is possible. Some integrations are already made and ready to go. Some might be just customized a little bit, so depends. But backup services, obviously, yes, because vast majority of those kind of services are supporting the same open protocols, which we are relying on as well.
Lucas, maybe it's also worth mentioning that what kind of backup we also do for the customers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'd like to mention that here.
Yeah. Good idea. Well, basically, in IceWarp, Cloud, we do backup every single thing. Yeah. So every single day, there is a backup of the whole solution with all users' data, with all databases, with all files, documents, team chats, conferences, every single thing. And we hold it for 90 days. And during those 90 days, if you will need, or the customer will need, for whatever reason, to get this backup for download, we are willing to share. And it's not as just some extra service like in Microsoft. It's just part of the product, yeah. Because we believe that a good idea is to, if you provide a cloud, then we as IceWarp are responsible for the cloud, and we are responsible not only for a cloud and the functionality there, but also for the user's data. Yeah, and that's why we have to really do all those backups and have the high availability setups everywhere around the globe to be sure that nothing really gets wrong. And when talking about this one, I just wanted to mention one special thing in terms of IceWarp. IceWarp provides you a way that you decide where your data would be stored, and it will never be stored anywhere else. So we'll just go to whatever data center, and the data center will your data will stick to that data center. Yeah, they wouldn't be replicated to Europe, US, or Asia. No, you decide which one, and there we go.
Also, something that's worth noting is that IceWarp has inbuilt security features such as anti-spam and anti-malware. That's actually being powered by Sophos, I think, yeah. And yeah, so we have our own ways of providing you with anti-spam and anti-malware based on the Sophos engines.
That is true, yeah. IceWarp has the built-in antivirus and anti-spam and anti-malware. There are actually two layers. It's not only based on Sophos, it's also running Sirens technologies to provide real-time analysis of mass mailings and mass spreading messages and analyze their threats. Together with that, there are, intrusion prevention systems. There are obviously all the communications which are encrypted by default. There are those anti-spoofing technologies like DMARC, DKIM, SPF, and a lot of others. One of the crucial one is basically antivirus and anti-spam. We were working closely with Kaspersky, but we all know due to a lot of concerns about how good idea it really is. Even though we were satisfied and our clients were also satisfied with the results, we basically switch it and currently are providing the antivirus from Sophos. Yeah. I just would like to thank you all to attend. And if you will have any type of question, just feel free to ask Umar or Amir. And because our cooperation, you will get the proper answer as soon as possible. Thank you.